I'm Aaron Cohen. This episode of the Aaron Cohen Show, sponsored by the Cherries Multi-Fit Deep Concealment Holster. Same holster I trained Keanu on for the John Wick franchise. You're not going to find a more comfortable, concealable, groundbreaking holster. This thing is what's called below the waistband. That's how it runs, or BWB. There's absolutely zero digging into your gut, which means you can carry this thing all day long with zero discomfort, especially when you're sitting. There's no digging into your stomach. Also, lightning fast draw with just a little bit of training. Perfect if you're seated all day. Also, if you're a BJJ guy and you're a grappler, you want to de-escalate, but you don't want that holster to fall off if you have to go hands-on. Check this thing out. Go to cherriescounterterror.com and finally carry concealed with comfort. All right, let's get into it. Welcome to the Aaron Cohen Show. I'm Aaron Cohen. On my show, I peel back the curtain on Israel's incredible special operations. I also combat that anti-Israel misinformation that's out there. Today, we're going to talk about some breaking news. Obviously, Trump is now president, and I'm going to dive into his triumphant return to the White House and what that means for Israel, the Middle East, U.S. national security, Israeli security. This one's a game changer, folks. As an IDF Special Ops veteran, I can tell you firsthand that this shift will bolster Israel's strength and their strategic capabilities in the region. This isn't just politics. It's about safeguarding Israel's future and ensuring its continued success and executing those legendary, near-mythical operations that have taken out some of the most dangerous terrorist leaders over the past year. I want to break that down, what Trump's leadership will bring to the table, and how it doesn't just benefit Israel, but how this is going to benefit the United States as well. So first and foremost, it's crucial to understand that under Trump, the U.S.-Israel relationship was elevated to an unprecedented level. Let me make that clear. This is the administration that boldly moved the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem, recognizing it as Israel's eternal capital, and formally acknowledged Israel's sovereignty over the Golan Heights. And these aren't small gestures in the Middle East. These are monumental affirmations, if you will, that send a powerful message to Israel's enemies. The United States stands shoulder to shoulder with Israel. These elite units of ours in Israel have taken out some very high-profile targets. We just took out Yehi Sinwar. We assassinated Ismail Haniyeh. Numerous Hezbollah commanders, including the commander, Hassan Nasrallah. And with Trump back in the Oval Office, expect even more robust military and diplomatic backing. That military aid, intelligence assistance, joint training, all of it helps bolster Israel's capabilities. But I want to say this. This isn't just about helping Israel. The intelligence that Israel gathers benefits U.S. national security directly. And Israel's Mossad has a proven track record, as we've seen over the last year, penetrating regions and networks that we can get into that the U.S. just can't access. And so Israeli operatives have been critical in gathering actionable intelligence that have helped thwart potential U.S. attacks. And that capability strengthens America's counterterrorism operational capabilities. So this is a very, very critical relationship. Real quick, before I continue, I want to take a quick second to remind you all that my show, The Aaron Cohen Show, is an independently produced show. And if you enjoy my analysis and these deeper dives here, do me a favor. Hit the link in the description below in this video and grab yourself a mini sponsorship package. Help support the show. They start at about $25. Every shekel, kol shekel ozer tesidra azoti. Every shekel helps this show. I appreciate you guys, and thank you for jumping in. It helps keeps the lights on in the studio. But let me get back into it. Three major points I want to cover here: the new enhanced military cooperation, the increased defense funding to help assist Israel with its missile defense systems, and that stronger diplomatic shielding from the international garbage that's being directed at Israel. So let me break it down a little bit further. Trump's administration isn't just maintaining Israel's defense. It's going to amplify it. And funding for missile defense systems like the Iron Dome, David Sling, the Arrow program means Israel stays protected and means Israelis don't get killed. And these tools have saved thousands, if not millions of lives from rocket attacks from Hamas, from Hezbollah, from the Houthis, from Iraq and Syria. And you can bet these systems are only going to get stronger and more sophisticated now that Trump is back in there, more development and more robust programming. And so why does it matter? These defense measures aren't just shields. These are enablers of Israel to continue its military forward operations. And we've seen special forces in the last year pinpoint raids, figures like Sinwar, figures like Ismail Haniyeh, taking out Hassan Nasrallah, the recent kidnapping of Imad Ahmad right now, 80 miles into northern Lebanon. So having that defense capability also enables the U.S. to continue with those, or Israel to continue with those forward operations, which is where that pressure gets held. I want to talk now about Iran. The perpetual thorn, for lack of a better term, in Israel's side and the world's side is a major threat to Western interests. And under Trump, we're going to see the return to what I believe is maximum pressure, one that's going to cripple Iran's economy, which should have been done years ago, through sanctions. The U.S. is countering that Tehran influence, is going to help subdue that Hezbollah, Hamas, and Houthis network. So what does that mean for Israel? It means that our operatives will have the support that they need to keep pushing back against terror through those special operations. And this approach is really critical. We know that when cornered, Iran activates its proxies. Hezbollah starts launching rockets. Hamas starts ramping up its attacks. But with the Trump backing, Israel can hit back harder now and faster, neutralizing those threats like we've been doing before they can escalate. And so that partnership ensures that we continue to destabilize Iran's capabilities, preventing a wider conflict. And so it's very, very critical. Again, reinstating sanctions, getting behind Israel's preemptive forward operations like that pager op, and all of this designed to prevent a larger regional escalation. But let me be clear with Trump's policies. Israel's deterrence capabilities are not just maintained, they're stronger. Hezbollah has 150,000 rockets, and Trump's support ensures that Israel has the means to counter. And with that IDF history of those incredible missions, like the recent operation of just taking down Ahmad Jabril's successor, we now know Israel can continue to do what it needs to do. Now, on the southern front, Hamas getting picked apart piece by piece. But now we're back in business in Jabalia. Why? Biden-Harris held Israel back. No going into Rafah. We lost hostages because we weren't able to continue those forward operations. We will now be able to dismantle the military machine of Hamas with maximum selectivity towards civilians, to be careful. But here's how it all connects. Israel's intelligence operation will fill the gap with the U.S. agency partners here. Our ability to embed those assets in those hostile regions, be able to feed our American assets here, bolster that partnership again between Israel and the U.S. Let Israel finish its operations in Gaza and wipe out the remaining part of Hamas. The Abraham Accords, I want to hit that for a minute. So these agreements were forged under Trump during his last admin, and they were historical. And by normalizing relations between Israel and the influential Arab states like the UAE and Bahrain, stay with me here, the Accords shifted the power dynamic in the region, helping to isolate Iran. So with Trump back in the White House, not only does Israel have that military support, but we can anticipate an expansion of those really important alliances. And that includes Saudi Arabia, which could redefine the Middle East as we know it, even if it's not officially on record. And putting that coalition together stands against Iran, helps push back that Iranian aggression, and helps keep the U.S. and Israel's enemies at bay. And so these alliances have a ton of security benefit for a more stable region. Enhanced intel cooperation and the containment of that combined Iranian threat. So it's very, very important what's just happened here. By the way, Trump getting elected, what did you expect? I'm not going to get into the politics of it, but the elitists just haven't figured it out. So what does Trump's presidency mean for Israel and the U.S.? Let me sum this up. This isn't just about political posturing. It's about tangible strategic strength. For Israel, it means more military support, a really strong partner here, and a staunch ability to be able to respond to Iran and take down Iran as needed. And for the United States, it's a force multiplier here. As an American, I can tell you that. Israel's intelligence network is unmatched in terms of operational capabilities and what they provide to the U.S. Also, the partnership ensures, Trump and Bibi locked in ensures that America remains proactive in preventing threats before they can materialize, and that's the key in counterterrorism, which ultimately makes Americans safer by safeguarding American lives. So, Trump's return signals a fortified partnership. Both nations stand stronger together. Pushing back against Iran, reinforcing that front line of defense benefits not just the Middle East, but global stability. And this is the moment right now. This is the moment where all that resilience and unity are coming together, and it's unwavering, and it's really, really refreshing to see after 4 years of that garbage with Biden and Harris. Before I go, real quick, I just want to thank my sponsors here. The Cherry's multi-fit deep concealment holster. Same holster I trained Keanu on for the John Wick franchise. If you guys want to carry concealed with comfort and a lightning fast draw, hit cherryscounterterror.com. I've been running this thing for years. Got a bunch of them out to my unit in Israel because we do plainclothes operations. Things incredible. cherryscounterterror.com. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this brief operational update. Do me a favor, hit like, subscribe, support the show. Hit the link in the description down below. Grab yourself a mini sponsorship package. Every bit helps. Kol shekel ozer. Appreciate you guys. I'm Aaron Cohen. I will see you guys soon on the next one.